So it's been a minute since I've actually been to an auction. So I was going to go to an auction because I saw some really good deals in Houston. And so I'm going to go over it with you guys just so you guys could see what I do before I go to an auction. Now, it's about approximately, I believe it's about 3 days away. I did look on here. That's why I was considering going. One of the things I think is important to tell people when you're going to the auction is number one, it's an auction. So there's going to be a lot of bidders there. But also, too, if you are going for like a specific property, which I am actually going for a couple of properties, I'm determining if I'm going to fly down there or not. So there's a few things I wanted to reacclimate myself because when I first started back in 2016, uh, the Houston auction was, or what you guys can see, it's Harris County, was the first auction that I attended. And it was like massive. And so I thought every auction was like that. And then come to find out, to date, except for Oklahoma, this is still one of the largest auctions. Anyway, I kind of wanted to go over some things if you guys are ever considering either going to a tax deed auction or even going to Harris County. There's a few things that I think it's really important. One, because it's such a massive auction, I always say for big auctions, you should definitely get your bidder's permit prior to the auction. For example, this particular county, you can register online, even though it's not working because I tried to do that. And then you normally just go and you pick it up. That's the best case scenario. Otherwise, you're standing in this long line the day of the auction and you got to get there like 2 hours ahead. But here's a few things that I wanted you guys to know. It's like, for example, as you guys know, that all auctions are all cash. And so if you if you win something for like, let's just say 10,000 and you bring money orders of increments of like 3,000 and you win it for like let's just say you win it for I don't know, but say you do increments of 3,000 and there's like 2,000 left over, like it takes them like 4 to 6 weeks to give you your money back. Another thing too, I think the reason why a lot of people do not do tax deeds, they get this right here: 2 years of residence homestead, 180 days for non-homestead properties. A lot of people think that you have to hold on to the property for 2 years. Yes, this is very true for homestead, but like I said, I've been doing this since like 2016. A lot of properties are not homesteaded. And then especially in Dallas, a lot of these properties, people have passed away. So unless they're coming back from the dead, you really don't have to worry about the redemption. But this was kind of interesting because I didn't see this probably like 10 years ago. They actually, and this is only in Harris County because I know they don't have this in Tarrant or Dallas County. It says complete a redemption affidavit form. So like if the owner comes back, they have to fill out a redemption affidavit form. Where I know it hasn't changed, even though it's been a minute since I've been a Tarrant, but neither county. I haven't seen this, so this is the first I've seen in Harris County. So anyway, I like to just go over things because they do change. From year to year. Sometimes they change from month to month. Because I went to this one auction, and you used to could pay by credit card, although I went with cash. I was just shocked that they would have it for credit cards. And then I went back a couple of months later and then you couldn't use your credit card. So auctions do change. So you always want to kind of review this purchasing property and just to get an idea if things are the same or if they've changed anything. So let's just go into the list of seller properties. And the only reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, because like I said, I shared this like a couple of days. I went through this a couple of days ago. And so like, I'm like, I think it's like 3 or 4 days away now. And I like to look closer to the date, which I think the auction is going to be on the 3rd. No, I think today's the 3rd. I don't know. I've been traveling a lot. Anyway, the auction is the first Tuesday. I think today is the 3rd. I think the auction's on the 4th or the 5th, whatever the first Tuesday is. Anyway, I like to sort by the minimum bid. and then I go from there. Now, Harris County does in precincts, and there's a map. Let's see if they show us the map on here. Oh, they don't. Where was I? Oh, here it is, the Google map. So here's the Google map. So you get an idea to see like the different precincts. No, this is not the right map. This is Dallas. What are they doing? That's not the right map. Anyway, Dallas County actually has some really good information, good properties. As you guys can see, it says the minimum bid is $924. And the adjusted value, which is normally very low and conservative because it's based on the county, is $276,000. I really want to see this. I need to see this, you guys. Matter of fact, this is not one of the properties that I was looking at. It doesn't have a statement. So let's just close out of that. I have to look at this. So anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry. So basically, I start with the minimum bid. So like this is the lowest they have, and I want to know what this property is because it's like if the minimum bid's 900, but the value is 276. That's a winner chicken dinner, if you ask me. But anyway, back to my point. So I like to go through here and see like how many properties have canceled. Wow, this is a commercial property. So I like to start by looking at what's canceled. What else has some really good properties around here? Let's see, this is canceled because I think this is apartment building. And so I'm actually looking for like this condo, you guys. I want to see if it's still there because that's going to be the determination if I'm going to go or not. It was like super cheap. And I wanted to see if it was still available. I don't even see it on here anymore. So this is the only thing about I've learned through trial and error that if you're going to go to the auction, don't waste your time like 2 or 3 weeks in advance. You definitely want to wait closer to the date of the auction, and also will give you an idea of like how many money orders. I would not advise cash. Oh, I forgot to say, like this auction, as soon as you win, you have to pay immediately. Like there's a constable like sitting right there, like, and they have bidder permit numbers. So you guys will see me down there if I decide to go. But I'm looking for this property. But as you guys can see, all of these are canceled, and it's the first Tuesday. Oh, I think it was this one I wanted. Shoot. See, it's canceled. I wanted to do that one. I was like, even if I paid $100,000, it was worth $631,000. I wanted to, this one's canceled. This is the one I was looking for. But let's see. There are a few other ones too. Oh, this is not bad either. You see, the minimum bid is $30,000. They have some good stuff here. I'm just gonna go through. Yeah, this is really nice too. Of course, they would cancel that. This is still a good one. I don't know where Spring, Texas is. See, I like to look at stuff like this to see if it looks abandoned. Yeah, this looks abandoned. See, like this tells me that this property probably is like the person is deceased, just by the way it looks. Because why wouldn't you pay $22,000? Why wouldn't you pay the taxes when that house is worth $193,000? And I bet you it's worth a little bit more. So let me give you a little synopsis for those, because I haven't done this in a while as far as like tax deed investing. So I want to kind of break this down for you. So what I would do, how I determine, as you guys probably know, I do wholesaling. I don't really like to do fix and flipping unless it's easy or it's simple. So I'm going to take this address and search it on Google in another tab. Oh, this one looks way nicer. Let's see. This one looks better than the picture they have. To see the neighborhood, but it does look vacant, but nice neighborhood. So I'm going to go back. scroll back, all the way back. And then I'm going to go to Zillow. And I'm doing this, of course, I have access because I am a realtor. So this is saying it's actually 186,000 and it's worth 186. But I like to look at 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square feet, which is pretty decent. I'm going to look at this too. Zillow has a little hack on here. So I'm going to go to home value. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to see if it gives me any of the details. No, it doesn't. Sometimes they have the county records. I'll see county website. Let's see if we can find the owner. Oh, man. Let's see. Property search. So you guys I'm walking you through the process of what I would do. So I'm going to paste that address. Nope, that's not the right address. Let me go back here. Get the address. Copy. And I'm going to paste this address. Where is that? Right here. So what I'm doing right now, you guys, is I'm trying to find out who owns it. I thought, yeah, I want 2024 submit. No records are found. Let's go to 2023 and see. Here we go. So now we're going to come over here and I'm looking for the address. But why it didn't give me the address? Isn't that what I just did? I thought I searched the address. Hold on. Oh, look. Oh, there it is. I missed this part. See, now it has 2 names, but it has the same account number. Oh, I bet you. Let me see if somebody got this already. So let me see it when they took over. So if you guys notice, there was a person and then there's this investment LLC. So I'm trying to see when they acquired it or if they paid it. So you know what this tells me? Well, it looks like they changed ownerships from Philip Jackson's to Investment LLC. So it shows you the ownership history. And so the reason why I'm looking at this, you guys, is I'm like, okay, who owns this? And like, if I could contact this owner, but I really don't like to do that, especially if I don't live out of state, but I was just curious. So it's an investor that actually owns this. I don't know why they would, why they wouldn't pay their taxes, and that was in 2022. So there's a few things that could have been going on. Either they got sick, they could have died. There could be several different reasons. But obviously they haven't probably paid till 2022 if it's going to the auction and it hasn't been canceled already. Sometimes if you have time, you can, well, for this in particular, you would have to go to the Secretary of State, look up that LLC to get the person's name. So that's what I was kind of trying to see. Because then if I had a person's name, what I was going to do was show you how to look it up, contact them, and see if you could talk to them prior to the sale. But unfortunately, this is an LLC and I don't want to do that for that video. I don't want to go into all the details of how to do that. So anyhow, this is a really good investment. Based on the current Google picture, it looks like it doesn't need a lot of work. But this is what concerns me. I don't know if you guys remember, it says a jutted value is 193, but Zillow is conservative too. They're saying that the estimate is 186 and the rent estimate is 1,900. So I guess it's not that bad. It's like close to 10 grand off. But one of the things I also too, which I'll probably call on Monday, and I will recheck this again, you guys, because as you guys can see, these are canceled. more and more will be canceled by like Tuesday. Oh, this is like another decent one. Starting at 23, the adjusted value is 254. But you see how all of these are getting canceled? Like, if I was to do another video, I promise you more of these would probably be canceled. But they have some really good ones. Look at this property. Let's see. It doesn't look that bad. I like to show people these. I like to show people. I love it when there's a lot of houses that are going to sell. But once again, you never know. I don't even know where. Well, this one's in Houston, but I saw a lot of spring something. Okay, look at all of those are canceled. So the moral of this video, or the moral of this story, is definitely look like the night before, especially if you're targeting some properties. It's really important to, oh, this one's nice too. Let's look at this one. No, don't be giving me Google Maps. Okay. Yeah, see, this is a nice area. This is pretty nice. Look at that. Look at that property. This is actually better than the one I was looking at. So I probably still will go to the auction because this is a nice neighborhood. You could tell the people still live there. I wish, no, that's February 23rd. I was going to say, I thought there was a place on Google where you can, oh yeah. So this was captured February 2023 and we're in 2024. I keep forgetting. So this was like a year ago. So I'm sure not much has changed. So this is pretty decent. So I might go because, well, I'm going to check Monday, but they are behind 12,000, almost 13,000. And I bet you the value for that home is more than 198, but Texas is pretty cheap. And I don't know where Baytown, Texas, but obviously it's around the Houston area. So that would be one that I would choose. And then what I also wanted to show you guys as well is, when I go to the auctions, it's a twofold for me because I'm like, oh, okay, well, if I'm going to go to the auction, should I write down the data for the overage? Because, as I'm doing my research, I save it for the overages. However, I hope I did not close that out. So this is, of course, I looked up Harris County and then I went to excess proceeds. And it tells me what the process of excess proceeds are. And so one of the things about Harris County is they do not give you a list, but you can call and ask for it. Or you can email the court registry to get a list. But the reason why I probably would not work this county under excess proceeds or overages is because right here it says you may obtain an order release excess proceeds by hiring an attorney or by going to the law library. And the reason why they're doing that is because you have to submit a court order, which means you have to do a motion for the judge, which, because I'm not an attorney, I wouldn't want to get involved with this unless there was a form that I could fill out by myself. But basically, they're even telling the individual to go to a law library in order to obtain the information to prepare an order. And I'm sure I could probably fill that out. But for me, I'm so used to like filling out like 2 pieces of paper as opposed to filing an order. And then also too, it takes 6 to 8 weeks. And that is actually pretty decent considering that you have to go to court. And then they said from the last day of each month. So they basically do it in batch at the end of the month, but you have to really wait for the court system. So that's one of the reasons why I stay away from excess proceeds, that you have to file an order or you have to file you go through a court proceeding. I don't really like to deal with those because they take so long to process. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on Harris County. This is the excess proceeds for you guys that, may know attorney in Texas. There is a 10% cap So that's another reason why I don't do Texas. But if you're interested in doing Harris County excess proceeds, here's the link and all the information right here. And then this is for the tax deed. So hopefully, if all of these aren't canceled, you'll probably see me do a video on Houston. I'm pretty excited. They have a lot of pretty good deals to go to, so you'll probably see me down there. Anyway, just wanted to share this video on the Houston tax deed auction. Oh, look, February 6th. I was all wrong. Well, I know it's first Tuesday. And then they go by precincts, which I'm not familiar with all the precincts, but I do have friends down there that you want to, and another thing too, I need to call, I want to mention, if you're going to do tax deeds, you do want to find out, do they clear all the liens? Because I'm not sure if they do that. I can't remember when I was purchasing, but that was like almost 10 years ago when I purchased tax deeds in this county. So anyway, hope this video helps. It's just me walking through the process of what I do prior to going to a tax deed auction. Hope this helps, and happy investing.